Adventure Bros is a very stylish show, and as such, our characters have some amazing and awesome costumes and looks. So I'm just gonna talk about some of my favourites. Obviously, Rusty has his classic speed suit. Nothing wrong with his speed suit.
Only the perfect habiliment for the science-minded man, who knows both comfort and ease and demands them from his clothing. In a speed suit, you say to the world, "Look out! I know what I'm wearing for the rest of my life."
From his time as a model with the Doom Factory, maybe one of his party get-ups, or even, well, fully nude, as we see in Spanakopita.
Ready?
Wow! What? This is how they did it in olden times.
As we see on the Greek island of Spanakos. But I think my personal favourite has to be Rusty in the classic boy adventure outfit, shorts and t-shirt back on, and well, just rocking it.
You gotta hit this. Don't leave me hanging.
All right, just once, and if this ever gets out,
I lipped your heel. Go Team Venture!
Brock, while truly a terrifying mountain of a man, also has some amazing, well, fashion choices. Always looking good in the tux, as we see in Operation Prom.
Of weakness.
It's only an affectation, Lady Windermere.
Brock looks good in pretty much anything. A spacesuit, dressed up as a billionaire Texan, or definitely in a hot tux, as we see in the season 4 finale.
I'm looking right at them. They're coming this way. Ah! What are you creeps?
But the look I'm never going to forget of Brock Sampson's is our season 7 finale. Brock, covered in the blood of his enemy. Not for the first time, because we saw him bathed in blood naked before, but this time he's in that samurai suit, stabbing guild henchmen, destroying a guild blackout team without even breaking a sweat. The Monarch has a million different looks because he is in the costume business and therefore has to always look stylish, even when he's in his pants, which is always a personal favourite look of mine.
No way. Alright, fine, I'll do Thursdays too. But only for like an hour, which means we have to get right to the dirty deed.
That's underpants for Americans. But when he does dress up, like Khal Drogo,
Landing and take your rightful seat on my iron throne.
Go for it.
it is also spectacular, going all out on the costume, even for a little bit of fun. He's also a master of disguise, dressing up as a Statue of Liberty, and an Exterminator, all in the same episode.
Check in everyone's ID cards, but I happened to steal one of them cards.
But his best look, where he looks the most stylish, has to be when he is in his season 5 finale get-up, his ode to Ming the Merciless.
He fights Zeitgeist with polite might. Okay, showtime!
Because he just looks so goddamn cool, like a true supervillain. Dr. Mrs. the Monarch has always been a mega hottie in every single outfit she's put on. And anytime we see her in her Monarch Queen outfit, it is truly a delight.
Wake up sexy.
Especially in the season 3 finale, because there's definitely a shot of her in it with her boobs out. But we also see her fully in lingerie, but she even looks good in her little white lab coat and she looks amazing in her sort of Jackie Kennedy pink dress get-up we see in the earlier seasons.
Okay, you're famous for your pink suit and pillbox hat.
Me?
But as the Venture Bros move to New York, Dr. Mrs. M gets a place on the Guild Council, and she dresses up in her black leather Nazi get-up, and it is all spectacular.
There's a Nazi here to see you.
Really showing off her status as a powerful villain, not just some sidekick henchman to the Monarch, but a terrifying villain in her own right. Henchman 21, or Gary Fisher, has had some really different costumes throughout the seasons. My personal favourite has to be the Monarch's dream sequence one. Which I think 21 would also agree is the dream look. Badass, super powerful, robot suit with basically a lightsaber blade. What's not to love? Also, him as a villain in the end of Also, him in season 7 finale, finally dressed up smart in a fancy suit and top hat.
I don't want to have to be a villain without him. I don't have that kind of staff. You guys, Monarch crew, hench for life.
Hench for life. Gary also has some great looks out of uniform. I love him on the Ventral compound throughout season 4, throughout season 5, and I also love anytime Gary is dressed up as a Jedi, because who doesn't love a Star Wars look?
Shh, shh, don't wake him. It's rude.
Twice your size. Not anymore.
But his season 4 outfit has to be the best. Not necessarily because of the outfit itself, but just the glow up. We went from chubby nerdy 21 to the most badass elite henchman the Monarch has to offer. He got ripped.
Wood, Ogopogo, is a plesiosaur. A fucking plesiosaur.
Shut up, or is he Scully Mulder's kid?
Shut up. Test.
Plesiosaur!
Well, case closed then.
Dean always looked good. Even his little weird sweater vest outfit was something, you know, interesting to say the least.
His name into the bathroom door.
Thanks, Hank.
I love you, Dean.
Okay,
But as I said, I'm a sucker for Star Wars, so I've got to talk about Dean's Princess Leia phase, where he has
Keep yourself hidden from Baron Mondovides. You're much healthier looking than the others. So tender, so soft.
where Dean really shows off what he can. And I'm not sure if it's necessarily a proper outfit, but Dean dressed up as the devil in the Jacket music video. Oh, chef's kiss. Dean really, Dean really gets a chance to show off his body. We also see Dean as a clown and Dean dressed up as Luke Skywalker, but in season 5 we see Goth Dean, now wearing a black t-shirt, hair dyed, and a little bit of facial hair. Dean really...
What is this, your pyromania phase? Because that Outrider guy keeps
Mind
calling.
your own business.
Excuse me?
The motto on the first penny issued by the Continental Congress in 1787.
Dean really starts to come into his own this season. I think this costume represents it. But maybe something a little bit better.
All the time I have for this edition of the Venture Home News. This is Teeny B saying see you next time, Venturoos.
Possible foreshadowing outfit. So in Bright Lights Dean City, we see Dean in a pretty spectacular green suit, which I think is the first time we see Dean in a suit, and it's a look he continues in season 7 when he finally gets to choose his own outfits, which is nice.
Sorry, there was a prowler on the fire escape earlier.
But no, Dean in the Impossible Industries jumpsuit. Who knows? Maybe we'll find out in the movie. Super villain Dean. But the undisputed costume king has to be Hank. We have the entire Jacket music video where Hank wears about 400 different outfits. And because we're not heteronormative...
Why you two dress like that? Hey, don't put your heteronormative, gender-biased hang-ups on me, man. Boys can play dress-up too.
And because we don't put our heteronormative hang-ups on anyone, we see... I've got to point out Hank's jacket outfits. We also have Enrico Matassa, Hank's billionaire playboy supervillain attire, with some of the most intricate supervillain work we've ever seen. We're talking about all the different forms of Hank available for Hank to Hank on.
Hank! And I'm also using a hank of yarn as a weapon. Also, this is a huge hanky.
The bat also is an iconic Hank look. While a lot of the time just consisting of the mask or pre-bought costume, the jungle bat, Hank builds his own suit. Hank builds his own suit and proceeds to take out an entire horde of animal mutant hybrid people. How could you get more badass than that? The answer's money. In season 6 and 7, when Hank is finally let loose with some of this, when Hank gets access to the venture industry's riches, he buys some badass outfits. Whilst the Bieber look may not be the best, the Bieber look to start us off was pretty great, but as the season goes on, we see Hank purchase the bad jacket.
Don't like it?
Isn't it the bad outfit?
No, this is the good one.
You know, Michael Jackson's iconic jacket from that video. And in a deleted scene, we see that Hank's white jacket that he wears for most of the season was also Steve McQueen's. Another, you know, probably $1 million+ purchase. And you gotta admit, Hank looks good in it, so it's all worth it.
No reading at the table, Dean. We're eating.
Oh, speak for yourself.
Well, I'm off to look for a job now so I can, quote, learn the value of $1.
Nice jacket.
Oh, this? Yeah, I looked up your Steve McQueen, and it turns out he was a pretty cool kid. And before you complain, I got it secondhand, and I didn't use my credit card.